What's happening, everyone? Today I'm so happy to share with you guys I bought this beautiful 2003 GMC 2500 van. It's another parts vehicle for the mud truck, and you're probably asking, why do we buy this piece of crap for this big piece of crap? And let me tell you why. So this engine that we purchased in this truck originally with the smaller 2500, it's got something wrong with it, like it's got a cracked head or a blown head gasket or something like that. And then also it was making like some weird rattly noises in the engine. So rather than take that block to the machine shop and everything, we're just going to start fresh with this engine. It's got good coolant, it's got good oil, I mean it runs good. So we're going to utilize this engine in this truck. And I just want to give you a quick walk around and show you really how cherry this thing is. You know, we're missing a little light here. Let's check the fluids on this beast. Oh, dude.
Oh, wow.
That looks brand new right after I filled it up.
Yeah.
See what the transmission looks like. Honestly, not that bad.
I mean, that transmission has to have at least another 300,000 miles on it.
I would say. Might got a little leak in the hydro boost over here, but that's beside the fact. I mean, honestly, this thing could almost be put back in service. The tires, I mean, dude, those things, look at those things, dude. Brand new.
You know, I really like the green patina you have going on here.
Yeah.
The mold thing.
Mint. Check this out. May have been sitting for a little bit. So, there's something going on. We got two misfires on here I want to show you guys real quick. I got the scan tool hooked up, and before we pull the engine, we're gonna get these misfires fixed. Starts right up. So number 8 is got a dead miss. Looks like we got a dead miss on number 7. Oh, it died. But anyway, so we're gonna get all those misfires rectified real quick, and then you know, just to confirm that we don't have like a burnt valve or something like that. And after we get that all said and done, then we are gonna pull the engine out of this. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, we got a little sidetrack this morning, got a lot going on. So we got the misfires fixed. We're getting ready to pull the engine, or chases anyway. So we'll report back to you after it's out, and we'll go from there. All right, we're about 45 minutes in. Chase is killing the game. These freaking 6.0s are stuffed in these vans, man. I mean, I don't think we're going to be able to put a regular engine hoist in there. I think we're going to have to take the intake off and then use the forklift and get it out.
I mean, you really don't have much room between.
Dude, I mean, that thing is...
That's like a finger.
Buried in there, dude. I mean, look at all this stuff, man. You got to take the whole front of the van off just to get the engine out, man. I mean, it's not that hard to take apart, but... a little ridiculous in my opinion, man. I mean, jeez. Thank God it's got a doghouse so you can get to the rest of it. But yeah, we're killing it. We almost got it out of there, and then we're gonna flip it over and go over the engine a little bit. Dude, you've been working on this for like an hour and a half. I don't have all freaking day, man.
Sorry, I'm going as fast as hard as I can.
All right, guys, it's the end of the day. We had a couple minutes, so we went ahead and put this engine on the engine stand, got it flipped over. I needed to get some part numbers off the bearings to see if the motor's ever been into. So this is one of the connecting rod bearings. If you look at it, that's a GM part number. And if you look real close,
This thing will focus.
Well, anyway,
Yeah, kind of.
it's that says STD, which is standard. And this is another GM part number. So I don't think this motor's ever been into. So that's a good thing. So we're gonna freshen it up a little bit. We're gonna save that for the next video. And in the rest of this video, we're gonna do a little bit more work to the truck, but now we can order what we need to order for this engine. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. So I gotta talk to you about this front end. We took this front end and that GMC front end off and on. I couldn't even tell you how many times. That's why I didn't film it. So I'm gonna tell you all the reasons as to why we have this particular setup and not any other way, because this is kind of an abnormal front end. If anybody's big into GMC or Chevy, they know that's not normal. So basically, those fenders and that hood are GMC, so those headlights have to work with that fenders and hood. There's no other way around that. Well, in order to run the GMC bumper or the GMC grille, you have to run the GMC bumper. Well, I can't run the GMC bumper. I don't know if they sell brackets that'll fit this frame, but I think the difference is the Sierra was a 2-wheel drive and this frame was a 4-wheel drive. So I tried to put this bumper on, the white color match bumper, a bunch of times. It's just not happening. So I was obligated to run this Chevy bumper with this Chevy grille. So as you can see, this is what we wound up with. So that's GMC hood, bumper, and fenders, and Chevy grille and bumper. Those little marker lights are the same, whether that's Chevy or GMC, but honestly, it's a little different, but it came out pretty nice. I got all the fender gaps looking pretty good. There might be some minor adjustments on the hood that got to be done, but they all look nice. I'm just so happy to have the front end back on the truck. You know, it makes me feel good. So the whole body's on with the exception of the rear bumper. Because this was welded in afterwards for, you know, the hitch and all that good stuff, the bolt holes aren't lining up. And if they're actually, if you look at the frame, like this is sucked in, or I don't know what the hell's going on there. So basically I got to make my own custom mounts for the rear bumper too, which is fine. I kind of planned on doing that today, but I'm just kind of burnt out again. I'm tired, so I'm gonna save that for another day. So we're getting really close to getting this thing running and driving. I would probably say within the next couple videos. Hopefully we're driving it around. I'm just super ready to take it out, super ready to have it mobile again, because having this much money and this much work into something that doesn't move or drive is not the best feeling in the world. But I appreciate you guys watching. Guys, we're back at it again. All I want is this freaking orbital valve to be mounted today. That is my goal for today. So I put it in like 500 spots already. I'm trying to find the best spot for the angle of the steering column and everything else. So that thing is going to be up in there by the end of the day. We got to pull this engine back out, and I need everything mocked in place so we can do all the finished welding. So this is pretty much the last thing from holding me up from taking the engine out. So today we are mounting the orbital valve. Well, I thought about this for a long time, but the freaking orbital valve is mounted, guys. I think you're gonna love it, because I love it. So here it is. There's actually space in between there, which I'll grind out a little bit more at a later date. I'll bring you up top. So this shaft right here for the steering column is nice and straight. No binding. I am still gonna gusset it a little bit more. I'm just gonna wait till I get the motor back out, because it's way easier then But I tacked it in place a couple times. I had a hard time kind of figuring out where I wanted it, but I didn't really want like a hard like bend on it. I kind of wanted it to flow kind of how it's supposed to be. On steering boxes on trucks, if you look at them, they're not mounted horizontal. They're mounted kind of at an angle, so it doesn't put a lot of bind on the steering shaft. So that's kind of the route I wanted to go. I wanted to do it when the motor was in here, so there was no interference issues. So everything is working great. I just gotta pull the motor back out and finish weld everything. I'm freaking dying to take this thing mudding, dude. It's killing me. I'm putting in the hours trying to get it done. So I appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned for the next one. Peace.